Hey, I'm back. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I put on my face. The reason why is because, well, number one, I'm lucky I've been getting compliments on how my skin's been looking. And number two, because one of the changes that I will probably experience, like every other trans guy, is that my skin is going to get more oily. And most of you might not know this, but actually, for most of my life, I've had this really bad case of Keratosis Polaris, which is a skin condition similar to eczema. I've mostly grown out of it, but it also actually has to do with my routine, which is a little crazy, but that is how I get this soft skin without all the irritation. And even though my skin is still sensitive, it is so much better. And continuing my routine is what's going to help me hopefully battle my skin getting oily. So I have basically 5 things that I definitely put on every day, sometimes an additional 2 or 3. So we're going to go over them. The first thing I do is my shower routine. So I will use the Deep Clean Neutrogena, and this is my last bottle. I don't intend to use it after that, not because of it not working, because it does work. The microbeads are great, but because I just learned how bad the microbeads are for the environment, and it's just not worth it. I'm sure I can find something else. But definitely having something to clear your skin in the shower that is a little, abrasive so that you can really massage it and has some texture. I'm sure there's another way to go about it that's more natural, but that is something that I definitely rub in my face in the shower every single day. And then afterwards, to calm it down, I've been using this. What sucks about this is because it sort of smells like fish oil, like fishy, but it certainly doesn't make your face smell that way. It's just while it's on. It's sort of like a mask, as you can see, it's sort of like hanging down here. It's kind of a very thick, honey, slightly gelatinous consistency, and it really helps to make my skin nice and smooth and calms it down, because something that is rough to rub in is going to make my face really red. So this is what I put on immediately after in the shower, and I just sort of stand there in the steam with this on for a couple minutes and rinse it right off. Here, so you can see the label. It's got, let's see what else it's got. Organic sunflower oil and wild African acacia honey, and basically all of these organic products. I learned about this actually when I was in Palm Springs from a store. I wish I remembered her name so that I could thank her. This has completely changed my face. Since I started adding this into my routine, my face has done a 180. And I've been lucky to never really have acne. That was never something that I experienced. But I have my skin condition, which are basically these red, like raised bumps. And I would occasionally get zits and pimples, so this has pretty much put most of that to a halt. Once I'm out of the shower, excuse me, once I'm towel dry, Kiehl's has an incredible facial cream. I will take maybe the amount of like a dime and just sort of rub in my hands, and then rub it all over my face, under my chin, and back of my neck. Those are my main problem areas. This is rather expensive. I was very lucky to get this as a gift. However, it lasts forever. Like, I've had this for easily 3 or 4 months, and I'm maybe halfway through the container. So when you buy this, know that you're probably going to have, a 6 to 8 month supply. And it is the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. It's just amazing. It feels really cooling, soft effect on the skin, and it really just locks in that moisture. I will also use, you're supposed to really use this at night. Sometimes I do, but I actually find a lot of success with it if I use it in the morning with the cream. This is the Creamy Eye Treatment from Kiehl's. Again, anything Kiehl's is high and inexpensive, but it lasts forever. I mean, you take the tiniest little dab, like a pin size, and it just goes right under your eyes to make your bags a little less darker, make it smoother, to prevent wrinkles. It's got avocado in it, so that's what gives it its nice green color. And again, I've had this as long as I've had the facial mask, and it's mostly full. So, I mean, this will easily last a year. Then, after that, I usually alternate between these. So the favorite of them is the Pangea Organics. So this is basically, it's really like a facial oil. So you just put, one tiny pump, it's a very small amount in your hands, rub it around, and I do sort of this blotting here. I realize I didn't put any on today. And I just go like this, pat it in. This one I actually like the smell of. It's slightly annoying in that because it's an oil, it's going to make your face, you'll see, like a little shiny, but your face will soak it in. And again, that actually, along with this, is what has given me incredible results with my face. Ever since last February when I went to Palm Springs, my face just been getting better and better from that. It's eco-centric skincare, so it's, again, organic, nurturing. It's the balancing oil from Pangea Organics. I'll make sure to put links to all of this in the description. This actually is argan oil from Shea Terra Organics. I meant one day when I need more of this to order more of this and accidentally ordered this. It's definitely not as good for me as the Pangea. This is actually more of a white oil. It's a little bit lighter. Still creates sort of the same effect. I do like to use it occasionally or sort of alternate like every other day, but I haven't found quite as much success with this, but it is a great product. I do recommend it. These bottles do last quite a while. This I run through probably in just a couple months. I mean, I've still got about a third of it left in here. And, good facial products, especially organic products, are going to be a little more expensive, but these do last for quite a while, whereas, something like the Deep Clean, like this is not expensive. It's like maybe $10 for a face wash, but I can go through this face wash in just a couple weeks. So that's the big difference. And probably the most expensive product I use, again, also a gift. So all of the Kiehl's ingredients are gifts that I got. So this is the Midnight Recovery Concentrate from Kiehl's. It's meant to be put on at night. I put it on every night that I can remember. Sometimes I forget because I'm exhausted. My morning routine is definitely very, like second nature for me now. But the nighttime routine is something that I'm having a harder time getting used to, because by the time I remember, sometimes I'm just like, oh, I'm so comfortable, I don't want to move. But this is unreal. First of all, it smells incredible. It's got a very strong, brilliant lavender smell. It's a little oil, and you just, with this dropper, do 3 to 4 drops in your hand. It's going to seem like a very small amount. It is, and that is why it lasts forever, which is why it's actually acceptable. I mean, again, I've had this as long as the other Kiehl's products, and it's almost completely full. Granted, I don't use this every single night, but even if I did, the droplets are so small, you really just need such a small amount of it that it's really okay. And it's got essential oils and still botanicals. It smells great. And again, same with this sort of oil. I just rub it into my hands very lightly, or sort of go like this, so that my hands don't really soak in a lot of it, and I just sort of dab it on those exact areas. And between all of that, I get a pretty clear face. You'll see that I have freckles. If you look super close, you'll notice sort of these little bumps, but they used to be super red and covering my whole body basically, and it's gotten so much better since I've started. So I highly recommend, if you're concerned about your skin getting oily, or you're already having sort of acne and stuff. I mean, I'm not an acne expert. I'm a Keratosis Polaris expert in ways, because I've been suffering from it for a really long time. But I think that any of these products would be a good start for you. You don't have to be as crazy as me and use all of them, but this is how I make the magic happen. So hope you find a routine that works for you and that you find my tips helpful. Have a good night.